So when next you hear Victoria Island, don't think it was named Victoria because it is glamorous. No, it is a symbol of conquest. You were conquered. That's why they named it after their queen. Queen Victoria was the queen of England. I told you Nigeria was sold for £865,000. I told you that George Goldie sold the Royal Niger Company, the administrative trading right of the Royal Niger Company, to the British Empire in 1899 to 1900. Some of you argued. Now I have went to Lagos and I came back with so many historical figures. You see, when I went to Lagos, I told you, immediately I dropped in the street of Ikoyi. The first thing I saw was this, a street dedicated to Lugard. That is very symbolic. I told you I went to Victoria Island. A friend of mine took me to Victoria Island. And when I got to Victoria Island, I gave 2 minutes silence. And my friend was like, Tankwaya, why are you not talking for the past 2 minutes? I said, I am paying respect to the people who were tied in this place. He said, no, Tankwaya, this is not the place where people were tied. People were tied in Lekki. Let's take you to Lekki Toll Gate. I said, no. People who were tied in Lekki Toll Gate were symbolic. But they are not up to the people who were tied in Victoria Island. They said, Tankwaya, what are you talking about? You have come again. I said, no, relax, let me explain. Let me calm down and teach you. Why do you think Victoria Island is called Victoria Island? You think it's because they want to call it Victoria Island? No! It is because it is owned by the British. Let me take you into history to teach you why Victoria Island is called Victoria Island. Pay attention. You see, why do you think that Lagos became a British colony as early as 1861? Why? I'm coming to teach you. You see, when slave trade was abolished in 1807, the British still believed that slavery was still being sold and traded in Lagos. So they came to Lagos and told us in history that they want to abolish slave trade totally in Lagos slave port. But we knew what they wanted. They wanted to control the Lagos port. They came, but the Oba of Lagos at that point, who was called Oba Kosoko, told them that Lagos is not for sale. They say he was pioneering slave trade. You know what happened? In 1851, Britain sent 4 warships in Lagos. 4 warships in Lagos. That is what you know today as Lagos bombardment. Go and research Lagos bombardment. Britain sent 4 warships. Let me name the 4 ships for you. The first ship is called the Water Witch. The second ship is called HMS Samson. The third one is called HMS Bloodhound. The fourth one is called HMS Caesar. These were the 4 ships that British Navy brought to Lagos in 1851. Let me mention it again for you to understand properly. The first ship is called HMS Bloodhound. The second one is called HMS Caesar. The third one is called HMS Water Witch and HMS Samson. These were the warships that Britain brought to Lagos bombardment in 1851. Shellings were falling in Lagos for 5 days. Oba Kosoko ran away because he could not withstand the British strength. He ran away. Oba Akitoye was brought into power. The British made him a king because he was most submissive to the British. They made him a king. He became the Oba of Lagos. In 1861, the king who was then in charge of Lagos, because Oba Akitoye has passed on, his son became the king, who was Oba Doshomu. They forced him to sign that Lagos became a British colony. The first king, Oba Kosoko, ran away when he was defeated. They brought Oba Akitoye. He signed what was called the Lagos Cession. That means putting Lagos under the British control. They came back again in 1861 when his son had already succeeded him, who was that Oba Doshomu. In 1861, they forced him to sign what was called handing over. Britain took over Lagos. Lagos became a British colony. Not by choice, it was by force. They took care and took control of the island. So in order for them to show you that they are the owner of the island was named Victoria Island. So before you start thinking that Victoria Island is a place where the rich live, a paradise of glass tower and banks, that place is a symbol of conquest, that you were defeated. That is why it's called Victoria Island. Why is it not called Babatunde Island? Or Okoro Island? Or Idiagbon Island? Or Edidiong Island? Why is it Victoria Island? Because the British conquered it. They own the place. Your leaders are tenants. Caretakers, you are tenants. I was so angry when I got to Victoria Island. I saw the place. In my head, I was hearing the sounds of people who were bombarded in 1851 in Lagos Island. Someone conquered you and named your city after him. Rain is falling. Under the rain, I'm making a lightning video for you. So when next you hear Victoria Island, don't think it was named Victoria because it is glamorous. No, it is a symbol of conquest. You were conquered. That's why they named it after their queen. Queen Victoria was the Queen of England between June 20th, okay, 1835 to January 22, 1901. That's when she ruled England. Africa, use your head, because the same woman is being named after our largest lake in Africa, Victoria Fall. We forget the name of that lake, Mwasi Ntwanya. Africa, we can do better. In my next video, I will tell you what I observed about Lagos. I will tell you what I observed about Lagos. Africa. Nigeria was sold for 865,000 pounds. If you go to Calabar, there's a place called Godi. Godi. Truth is in plain sight. Can't you see? Okay, you want to be like it is Tancred that said it. It is there. Research and see it. There is no single book where you can read all these things I'm telling you. It's a product of research. Research means place attention to details. Truth is in plain sight. You go to Victoria Island, a place in Lagos is named Lugard, a place in Calabar is named John Goldie, and I tell you Nigeria was sold. You are doubting me. Okay, keep doubting. I am sending books to all my platform. Join my platform, okay? I love you and I care about you. And if you want to get more books from me, message me, I will give you a book. Remember, I've written a book on how African farmers can preserve African seed. It's in my bio. Go and get it, okay? I love you and I care about you. I love you. That's why I'm giving you books. Peace and love is what I preach. I don't care about where a man comes from. I don't care. I've never asked anyone, where are you from, before I give you book. No. Every human being is important. I don't care where you are come from, white, black, or colored. And today is Thursday. Today is Blackout Thursday. The day we wear black and show the world that black does not mean lack. That irrespective of our colors, we can unite and promote love and unity in the world. Africa, I love you. Read! To emancipate yourself from mental slavery, my friend. Research! Because a lot of things is reading away from you. You need to read. Take time out to read. They purposely made the people poor, so the people will be chasing money and forget to read. They cannot succeed that with me. Because even with one square meal, I will read. Africa, wisdom is a principal thing. But don't think you can get everything from book. There's some things we call revelation knowledge. You don't read it anywhere. The Holy Spirit impart your head with it and knowledge with it. Aha! Wisdom Africa is a principal thing. I'm still going from school to school, giving free books to African children. Please, support me financially. Let me buy books and give people. This book I'm giving to you is being bought with my little. Support me so we can do this in mass. It is legacy. Be part of it. You will not be forgotten in history. Wisdom Africa.